What's going on, guys? This is Mike with Chit Chat Gaming. Now, retro controllers can pretty much be found anywhere nowadays. Places like Amazon, places like eBay, actual physical retro game stores, or online retro game stores like Castlemania Games. You can pretty much find them anywhere, ranging from price to quality to brand, etc. Now, companies like Retrobit, Hyperkin, 8bitdo, Retro Fighters have definitely stepped the game up here to bring us, classic controllers with more quality at a much more affordable price as well too. Now, that being said, not that long ago I did a review on a controller for the Analogue Super NT, which is an FPGA hardware console, and this controller came out alongside of that as well too, and that was the 8bitdo SN30 wireless controller here alongside of the actual USB retro receiver here. This allows you to be able to play your classic Super Nintendo, clone consoles, and of course the Analogue Super NT wirelessly. So with that being said, here last year Analogue once again announced that they're bringing out another FPGA hardware console that's going to be called the Mega SG. That's going to allow you to play Sega Genesis, Mega Drive, Master System, Sega CD games, and with using that FPGA hardware in HD quality at the best it possibly can. Now, that being said, once again 8bitdo has teamed up with Analogue on the controller side anyways, and they have released this bad boy right here, and this is the 8bitdo M30. This is the wireless gamepad. Now, there is a Bluetooth version of this as well too. Now, the biggest difference is that with the Bluetooth version, you're able to play wirelessly on Nintendo Switch, on your PC, on your Retro Pis as well too, for $29.99. Now, the only downside is that if you do get the Bluetooth version, if you want to actually utilize this controller on the Mega SG or on your classic, Sega Genesis consoles, it's going to charge you an additional $19.99 for the retro receiver as well too. Now, the good thing about this is that the retro receiver comes with it alongside for only $24.99. Now, the downfall is that you can't use this wirelessly on, as far as Bluetooth goes, on your Switch, on your PC, on your Retro Pis, etc. But alongside with the USB, the micro USB from the controller to the USB, you can actually still utilize it on things like the Switch, again, just not wirelessly. Now, I went ahead and I got everything unboxed here already. Inside, there's not a whole lot here. You get instructions here, which I'll kind of go over some of the features. You get of course, your USB cord here, micro USB to USB, that allows you to actually charge the actual controller here, because it does have a built-in battery, which we'll get to that here. It has a built-in battery, but this also, like I mentioned, allows you to be able to play on things, like the Switch and such that have the USB capabilities as well too. So you do get the instruction book with it here. Of course, you get the retro receiver. This plugs in right to your Sega Genesis or to your Mega SG or your clone console, whatever you're using here. That actually syncs up and is going to allow you to be able to play wirelessly utilizing the M30 here. So really quick here is the M30. Here's what it looks like. It's a very, very sharp design. It's nice and smooth. It has the LNDR on top as well too. It's got a mode button. It has a turbo button, which most people nowadays probably don't use turbo, but it does have that as well too. And of course, it is a 6-button controller, which originally the Sega Genesis was only a 3-button, but of course they released the 6-button one here as well too, which is pretty much basic that you're going to use on most Sega Genesis games nowadays anyways. So again, a very, very sharp looking controller. The D-pad is actually very, very nice. I'm digging it a lot here. The buttons feel nice. In the hand, the controller feels very, very good here. So I'm actually digging this quite a bit here. So as I mentioned though, this is going to run you $24.99, so actually a very good price for this controller. They do make a white version of this controller here as well too that will match the white Mega SG that's coming out next month as well too. So make sure you guys check those out here. Now, really quick, I said I wanted to go over what was kind of inside here. Basically, this does have, like I said, a built-in battery as well too, so you can charge it. It says that it holds about 32 to 35 hours of actual play. And of course, it takes about 1 to 2 hours to get a full charge out of it. So not bad at all. I'm going to give it a test run here. I'm actually going to test it here with the original. Well, this is actually the original. It is the Model 2 Sega Genesis. So I will try hooking it up to this as well too to see how it functions, and everything as well too with this. And now one thing I actually wanted to try as well was utilizing it with the Hyperkin Mega Retron HD here, because I have not tried it yet on this here, but I'm definitely interested to see. I'm pretty sure it probably works because it does work with most clone consoles, But I am definitely interested to see if it's going to work on this bad boy as well here too. So again, all you're going to do is just, I can't find the retro receiver, but all you're going to do is plug in that retro receiver right here, sync it up, and you'll be able to use the 8bitdo M30 wireless controller with the console itself. So again, if you're interested in buying this bad boy right here, it's going to basically run you $24.99. It's available on Amazon as well too. They are moving along pretty quick here. It took me a little while to actually snag this one. The white ones say they're out, about 1 to 2 months out. So definitely if you're interested in picking this up for your Analogue, Mega SG that releases here next month, make sure you guys check it out here, and make sure you leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this controller. Is it something you're interested in, whether it's for your classic console or if you're planning on getting the Mega SG as well too, or is it something you're going to skip out on, because Retrobit has some great controllers coming out here that are actually Sega licensed as well. But for me, I like to play wirelessly, so for $24.99, this was a steal. So once again guys, this has been Mike with Chit Chat Gaming saying happy gaming.